In the deepest parts of the ocean, light should not exist. Below 1,000 meters, sunlight is gone. No sunrise, no moonlight, no color, just freezing water, crushing pressure, and darkness that never ends. And yet, when cameras descend into that darkness, they find flashes, cold blue pulses, glowing trails, bodies lighting up in the black like signals from another world. Some of the animals down there do not just survive without sunlight, they create their own. That is what makes the deep ocean feel so unreal. The darkest place on Earth is not empty, and it is not dark in the way we imagined. Because hidden in the black water, life is glowing. Bioluminescence is the ability of a living organism to create light through a chemical reaction. No batteries, no fire, no electricity. Inside the body, special chemicals react and release visible light. And in the deep sea, that light can mean the difference between eating and starving, between hiding and being seen, between surviving and disappearing. Some animals use light to attract prey. Some use it to scare predators. Some use it to communicate. And some use it for something even stranger. They use light to vanish. There is a reason so much deep-sea light is blue or green. Those colors travel farther through seawater than others. In a place where almost everything is black, even a small flash can carry through the water like a message. And that means light in the deep sea is never just decoration. It is a weapon, a warning, a trap, a disguise. One of the easiest ways to understand this world is to look at the jellyfish of the deep. Some drift slowly through the water like living lanterns. Their bodies glow softly. Their tentacles trail behind them like thin wires of light. And because they move so calmly, they almost look peaceful. But that glow is not there for us. It exists because the deep ocean is full of signals. A pulse can say, "Stay away." A sudden burst can distract a predator. A soft glow can confuse, warn, or lure. In the deep sea, beauty usually has a function. And once you understand that, these animals become even stranger. Because nothing down there glows by accident. Some of the most dramatic examples come from animals that are trying not to die. Deep-sea shrimp can release glowing material into the water when attacked. For a few seconds, the darkness behind them lights up like an underwater smoke bomb. The predator loses focus, the water fills with light, and the shrimp escapes into the black. It is one of the strangest defense systems on Earth. Not armor, not speed, not venom, light. And that reveals something important about the deep ocean. Even in total darkness, vision still matters enough that entire species evolved ways to manipulate what other animals can see. That is one of the weird contradictions of the deep sea. It is a world with almost no light, where seeing and not being seen still controls survival. Then there is the glass squid. It is one of the most unreal animals ever filmed in the deep ocean. Its body is nearly transparent. Its organs seem to float inside it. And beneath its eyes are light-producing organs called photophores. At first glance, it does not even look real. It looks like something half-finished, a creature made of glass and shadow. But the deeper scientists looked, the stranger it became. Those lights may help break up the squid's outline in the water, making it harder for predators below to spot it. In other words, it may glow in order to disappear. That sounds impossible. But in the deep sea, glowing can become camouflage. If a predator looks upward from below, it may search for the dark outline of a body above it. But if that body produces just enough light on its underside, the outline begins to fade. It blends into the weak light filtering down from far above. The hunter sees less. The prey survives longer. That is how strange the deep ocean is. Light is not just brightness, it is strategy. And this is where the deep sea stops feeling like ordinary biology and starts feeling like something alien. Because bioluminescence is not one trick used by one animal. It is an entire language, a hunting signal, a warning signal, a mating signal, a camouflage system, a last-second escape plan. Some animals flash in patterns, some pulse, some glow constantly, some release light into the water like a cloud. That means the deep ocean is not just full of glowing creatures, it is full of glowing behavior, and we still understand only a fraction of what those signals mean. Part of the reason this world stayed hidden for so long is simple. Humans are terrible at visiting it. The pressure in the deep ocean can crush ordinary equipment. Sunlight never reaches most of the water column. And even when cameras go down, their lights reveal only a tiny patch of darkness. Every deep-sea video is really a brief encounter, a few seconds of visibility in a habitat that stretches across the planet. That is why even common species can still look like discoveries. We are not seeing them in a controlled environment. We are seeing them where they actually live. In darkness, under pressure, in a world where every movement costs energy and every flash means something. And that is what makes this place so powerful. Each dive feels less like revisiting a known world and more like opening a door. A camera drops into the black. The lights sweep across empty water. Then suddenly, something appears. A glowing jellyfish, a transparent squid, a drifting octopus, a burst of cold blue light in a place that should be completely black. And then, just as quickly, it is gone again. That may be the most fascinating part of all. Not just what we have found, but how much we still have not seen. Because the deep ocean is the largest habitat on Earth, and most of it remains unexplored. So, if glowing life is already this common in the small fraction we have managed to film, what is happening in the rest of it? How many signals are flashing right now in the darkness, completely unseen by us? How many predators are hunting with living lures? How many animals are erasing themselves with camouflage made of light? How many species are communicating in ways we still cannot read? For a long time, people imagined the deep ocean as empty and lifeless. But that is not what the cameras show. What they show is stranger, a world that should be black, yet is alive with flashes, pulses, and cold blue light. A hidden ecosystem where survival itself glows. And maybe that is the most unsettling part. The darkest place on Earth may actually be full of living light.